welcome to my channel. For the returning subscribers, welcome back to the channel. For those seeing this channel for the first time, hi, you're welcome to the channel. Please don't forget to subscribe before you leave, okay? So today's video is going to be like a chill video. I'm just telling you a story about myself and how powerful prayer can be, and how powerful and awesome prayer is actually, and how it changed my life as a child. Okay, so now let's get to this video, to the storytelling. So this happened when I was 12 or going on 13, and I was living with my parents. My dad is a pastor, and so we usually have people in the house, as a pastor. People come for counseling, people come for a lot of that stuff. And in this case, we had these visitors that had issues with accommodation. Two guys, one was a pastor and the other was just a regular family friend. Okay, so we're accommodating them. I don't know for how long, I don't know the agreement they had with my parents, but we're accommodating them. So this story is about the pastor. In this case, about the pastor. So it all started when, growing up, I don't know if it's just me. We used to like be in the sitting room. Maybe you're playing, or you're seeing a movie or something. You just sleep up there because you know that when you wake up, you see yourself in your bedroom. Like our parents always take us to our bedroom. So I enjoyed it a lot. So on that day, I was sleeping. I don't know what I was doing in the sitting room, or I slept off. And then while I was sleeping, I was feeling like I thought something was crawling on my leg, and first thing that came to my mind was cockroach. Or I just got up from my sleep and I saw this pastor touching my leg with his fingers, or I don't know what he was doing. I was a child then, I was 12. I was looking at him like I was confused, like what is going on? Someone is not supposed to be touching me like this. I just now I just knew this was wrong, but then I just took it off my mind. I got up. He was smiling anyway. I got up and just went to my room and I just forgot about it. Then another thing happened, I think 3 days after, when we're eating on the dining table, like me, my dad, my family, basically with this same guy. And I didn't think much about what happened the other night. I just forgot about it. Okay. So while we're eating, I started feeling something on my legs. I looked down and this man was using his leg he was just rubbing his leg on my leg. I don't know how to explain it. But I would look at him, still give that kind of terrible smile, or just a reaction. And then I was like, this is not good. So I'll just take my legs and just cross my leg on the chair I was sitting, so my leg doesn't touch the floor, so it could not get to my legs. So, and then I started feeling uncomfortable because I knew something was wrong. Mind you, I didn't tell my parents, I didn't tell anybody any of this. Because now as a child, when you're growing up, there's a way we used to see pastors then. I don't know if it's still the same now, which is wrong. Like, you train your children and even yourself as an adult that these people are men just like us. So they are capable of falling, they can sing, they are mortals, okay? So well then we used to like see them like pastor, this is a pastor, it's a spiritual being, that kind of stuff. So some days later, another thing happened. I was having my bath. This was the one that scared me the most. I was having my bath and next thing I saw was the door open. So I was thinking it was my sister because maybe she wants to collect something, or I don't know. I turned, I was backing the door at first, having my bath. Then I turned, I saw this man looking at me. I was so speechless that I don't know if it was fear or confusion, or I was just so speechless. I could not even say anything. He was just there, opened the door and he was looking at me. I'm like, can you close after like 1 minute or so, I just screamed, can you close the door? And just smiled and closed the door. At that point, I was so scared. I was like, should I tell my parents? Should I not tell my parents? was confused. But then, like, I don't know what to do. I was a child. I didn't know what to do. I knew this was wrong. I knew what was happening was wrong. But then I didn't know what to do, next step to take. I didn't know if I should tell my parents. I didn't know if I should. Remind I to chase him out. I was just thinking a lot of things as a child. So that one passed. So another thing happened again. It was a day he just gave my siblings. I don't know if my siblings are seeing this video. I don't need to remember because I don't. I think I've told my sister this story, but I don't know if my brother is aware. So give them money like back then. Now I gave them like 200 or so. She can buy sweets. She can buy anything that they like. And me, something in me was just like follow them. He didn't give me. He gave them like he was telling them to go. And my parents were not at home. It was just my siblings and I with this guy. So while he went inside, I just something was like follow them. I just got up, I ran and I followed them. And I came back with them. He was so angry, he was so furious. Like I was not like, why are you angry? Like I was just looking at him. Why did you follow them? Did I send you? Did I say you should go with them? I gave them money to go and buy stuff for themselves. Why did you follow them? He was just angry. Like that was what I knew that this man has plans for me. And then I just said a short prayer. I was still a child, but growing up in a Christian home, all we knew was prayer. There were times we were broke in the house, no school fee, no money, nothing, and we just resorted to praying because that was all we knew, and we saw the proof of praying. We saw results. So it's not like we were just praying for nothing. So we believe God so much because we've prayed concerning a lot of things and it happened. So at that point, I was like, it's prayer. That my small mind, I was just like, it's prayer that will solve this problem because I don't know what I would do. And I didn't want to tell my parents. I don't know why. Thinking about it, now that I'm an adult, I'm like, why did I never tell my parents? I don't know. So I just pray like, God, save me. Don't know what is going on. I can't remember the words I used, but I just prayed. And then I think a few days later, my dad called a meeting. I didn't see. I think we went to school. When we came back, I realized that this man and the other man, they're no longer in the house. Like their bag, their bags, their clothes and everything, no longer in the house. So while we're having evening devotion, my dad now mentioned it that this pastor and this man, they're no longer living with us. And the joy in my heart. I thought that was where it ended though, but my dad was not like someone, a minister, like I think an evangelist or so, called him and said, God said someone is about to defile one of your daughters. I doesn't know who. Like the evangelist is telling my dad now that I doesn't know who the person is, but this is the message from God, so you should take action. He didn't even know that some people were staying in our house. When I heard it, I was like, I wanted to scream and shout. I was so happy because God had answered my prayer. My dad was now like, doesn't know which of them, but these are the men that stay in this house, and he has two daughters, so he had to tell both of them to leave. Hey, that night, my faith in God just increased because I was a child and I just said God should save me, and this happened. From that time, I know I always used to believe in prayer or prayer, but after that incident, I'm like, no, God hears me. Like prayer is indeed key. So this is the story, guys, and that was how it happened. That was how they left. I don't know what would have happened if I did not pray, if I did not talk to God, because I didn't talk to my parents. But I talked to my parents, something they would have done something, right? But then I talked to God about it, and He used someone from outside. I didn't even know what was happening in the house. And that was how He saved me. So guys, when the Bible says in 1 Thessalonians 5:17, pray consistently, pray without ceasing. There's a lot prayer can do for you that you don't even know. Some of us feel like this one is too small to pray about. This one is too big to pray about. I can pray to God for a job and He'll give me. He said I have one terminal disease. That one big past God. God cannot do it. And it's a lie. There is nothing prayer cannot do. And the mistake we make is that we only pray when we find ourselves in such situations. Like we just like, I have a problem now, God, I beg, save me. We ought to pray every day, like every day, every time, even before stuffs happen. Every time. There are times we pray and to just avert whatever that was coming our way. So this storytelling today is not just about what almost happened to me or what happened to me, but to tell you the power and the essence of prayer as a believer. Even as a child, I just understood that was what I had to do. And from that time, that has been my key. Whenever I find myself for the very little thing, I will just say a word of prayer. You don't have to kabash, you don't have to just communicate to God, pour your heart to God. I learned a lot from my mom because someone can just misplace her key and just be like, Holy Spirit, I know I misplaced the key. Where did I keep it? I'll just be looking at her back there like, say everything that you pray about. But then you just see her come out, I found it. So I realized, God obviously is watching us, he sees me, he sees my heart, he sees my needs. So why should I not even talk to him about it? So guys, don't forget, pray without ceasing. Pray constantly. That is it. Not that when you find yourself in prayer, that's when you remember to pray. Pray as a believer. It's how you build your faith. You have to build that relationship with God to build your faith. So how do you build your relationship with God? Is to constantly communicate with God, and that's prayer basically. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this story, and I hope you've learned that prayer was what saved me. Honestly, I believe that was what saved me because I don't know what would have happened. I truly do not know what would have happened. And I'm grateful to God that He sent, and I call Him an angel, who delivered me. So yeah, this is my story, and this is end of the video. I don't want to make this video too long, but I believe you've gotten the message. So if you're watching this video and you've not prayed today, this is a call. This is a time to go on your knees, sit on your bed, stand up, even if you're walking on the street or on the road, just say a word of prayer. I don't know what it is that you want to talk to God about. I don't know what it is that is troubling you. I don't know. Maybe there's nothing. Like there's really, really, really nothing. But just talk to God generally about your life, about your decisions, about your career, and say a word of prayer. And watch out things will turn around for you. Okay? Guys, we've come to the end of this video. Thanks for watching. And if you're yet to subscribe, please subscribe now. Just click on that notification bell and subscribe to the channel because you're going to be enjoying more storytelling, more lifestyle videos on your faith, about relationship, food recipes, and all of that. And I noticed that some of you enjoy my videos, but you forget to like. So please, as I'm talking to you right now, just like it. Just like this video. Thank you very much, and I'll see you in my next video.